Welcome to Soccer Gaming and welcome back to the channel where you'll find helpful guides, builds, and tutorials on MLB The Show 24. And in this episode, we're going to be covering the Season 1 reward path. I'll break down everything you kind of need to know about it and how to go about it quickly. That way you can get the bosses you want as quickly as possible onto your team. So if you'd like to watch that, stick around. So as always, well, not as always, but lately they've been doing these Season 1 bosses, Season 2 bosses, Season 3 bosses, and Season 4, I think, is the last season. And basically you get so many days to go able to go through this reward path, get stuff along the way, and then put these players on your team. It's the same thing this year in Season 1. Taking a look at the reward path, you're going to start getting packs. And what this says is the XP is the XP, gameplay XP towards, means there's other things that go into the XP. So you're not just getting gameplay XP, you're getting other things like when you complete other team affinity bonuses and when you complete other stuff like that. That XP goes to this as well. So when you're going through here and you're doing stuff in Conquest, all the stuff you get in Conquest, that XP pushes up here into the Season 1 reward path. So you look down here and you're like, well, there's no tasks. What am I supposed to do to get XP? As it says here, play any mode, play any game, you're going to be getting the XP progress. Now, there is one thing to note. If you're playing the game before release, I don't know if this video will be out before release or after the game is actually released. Depending on that, they might change it. But right now, there's a 40,000 XP. Basically, it stops at 40,000 when it comes to gameplay XP. The gameplay XP, it stops at 40,000. That means, like, once you get to 40,000, you can't get any more gameplay XP, but you can get other bonuses and other XP as well. But the reason they did that is they didn't want people basically power boosting and getting, you know, these in-tier bosses before people even get the game, which obviously happens. So that being said, just know that if you're playing the game before it's released, and I don't know if they're taking it out when the game is actually released, or if it's like they're changing the amount you can get a day. Not sure what they're going to do, but just keep that in mind. If you're looking and you're like, I'm not getting any gameplay XP anymore, then that's why you've hit the max for the day, and I think it's 40,000 XP. So that being said, let's jump into what everything you're going to get along the way in the reward path. You're going to start getting some really good cards that are probably going to be in your lineup at least for, you know, a couple of weeks until we get some more content. And one of these is like Roberto Clemente. Obviously, he's going to be, when you do this, when you get him, he's going to be probably your best player on your team, unless for some weird reason you pulled some god tier person. But at 10,000 XP, you're going to be getting him. Then you're going to be getting packs, stubs. Balling as a habit pack, which is really good early on. You're going to start unlocking some of these things that you need later in collections. Robin Roberts, a guy you're probably going to have because he's probably going to be one of your best starting pitchers early on. Keep going. At 105, you're getting Ryan Howard, probably a guy that's going to smack against righties. Keep going. You're getting Bruce Sutter at an 85. Keep going. Banners, hitter captains. This is where you're going to kind of start making some decisions on who you want, and looking at like what they can do, what their captain boosts are. There's probably you could probably just do a whole episode on captains here and picking who you want as a captain. You can either go with like, oh, I love, I love the Royals, so I want Alberto Mondesi, or I like a swing, so I want Alberto Mondesi. So you look at his tier 1 boost, tier 2 boost, and tier 3 boost and see if, oh, that's what I want. Let's go ahead and do that. Or if you're like, well, let's see, this captain has 10 players from the Detroit Tigers on your squad. So if you have a lot of Detroit Tigers, this might be someone you want to go out and get for your captain boost. Then we're going to keep going, get a headliners pack, which I'm not sure who the number one. Oh, the headliner is Mickey Mantle, which I believe was a 99 last year, that card was. Pitching, hitting captains, you're getting Alfonso Soriano at a 91. So here we're breaking into the 90s already at 280,000. At 400,000, you're going to get Mike Napoli, who's probably going to be one of the best catchers you're going to have early on with the power at least there, gold or diamond hitting. Jim Palmer's at 420. Again, probably one of your best starting pitchers there at an 89. 89 for Trevor Story. 95 for Raleigh Fingers. So once you get up to 585,000 XP, you're getting Raleigh Fingers. And if I remember right, last year, he was really, really hard to hit early in the season until people figured him out. Billy Williams at 92, diamond hitting. Gonna probably want him. He's at 660,000. Headliners packs. Kyle Seager, 97 overall at 790,000. Again, probably a guy that's gonna be in your lineup for a while. So you want to make sure you grab him. And then when we get to 1 million is we're going to start hitting the bosses. Now, I'll show you all the bosses. I'm not going to tell you who to get. I think a lot of it depends on who you need in the moment, because you're going to get all 3 of them if you complete all of these. So at 1 million, you're going to get a boss. You're going to select him. And then at 1,090,000, you're going to get a second boss. And then at 1,150,000, you're going to get the third and final boss. So you can get all 3 of them. So my suggestion when you're going through here is saying, okay, I do not have any good starting pitching. I'm going to take Andy Pettitte. I do not have a good right fielder. Boom, Larry Walker. I have no shortstop that can hit well. Boom, Jimmy Rollins. That's how you're going to kind of pick these when you're going through the first time, because again, you're going to get all 3 of them. So it's not like, well, I wouldn't use Andy Pettitte now, but I'd really lose him later on because, I need a better starting pitcher, whatever. Just select who you need in the moment because you're getting all 3. So now that we know who the 3 are, let's take a look at the 99s we're going to get. Andy Pettitte is a starting pitcher, 99 overall. Throws lefty. So if you're a person that struggles with pinpoint on lefties, just know he is a lefty. The pitch velocity, 95 on the 4-seam, sinkers at 93, the 112 stamina, 104 hits per 9, 94 Ks per 9, 117 walks, 99 on the home runs per 9, which is actually pretty good. Pitching clutch 100, 99 on the break. You can see the controls on him and the brakes on him are pretty good for the curveball, cutter, and even the seeker's pretty good there as well for Andy Pettitte. The second one to choose from is Larry Walker. He's probably going to be one of the best hitters you're going to have early on. Probably a guy you're going to have in your lineup for a while, depending on if you can stand him on defense, which his defense actually doesn't look too bad here. You get the 121 contact right, 116 contact left, 108 power right, 90 power left. The clutch, 111. And then the fielding actually is what kind of impresses me here with the diamond defense, fielding 90, 93 arm, 90 accuracy, 83 reaction. The speed's 70. I mean, it's right fielder. You're not getting a center fielder here that steals bases. But definitely a good player to have on your team in right fields. He actually plays all fields, all outfields. So he plays right, is his normal one, left, and center. Then the last one we got is Jimmy Rollins, and this is his, again, you're going to be like, hey, I don't have any shortstop, or hey, I, really need a switch hitter. So I'm going to pick Jimmy Rollins because he's a switch hitter, 103 contact right, 120 contact left, 86 power right, 87 power left, 114 vision, 111 clutch, and then we get into the fielding, 87 fielding, 95 arm, 99 accuracy, and 83 reaction. And then boom, you splash him with a 99 speed, 99 steal, and 99 base aggressiveness, all of which will definitely help you in the long run, especially if you're having a runner or even a pinch runner later on in the season or something. Diamond hitting and diamond defense. So those are going to be the bosses you have to choose from. If you haven't played or understand, or maybe even not even got this far, normally the stuff to the right are other things you can get once you have completed the XP for the season 1. Once you've done this, once you've completed all of this XP, you're going to start going around this loop, and every 30,000 XP, you're going to be getting one of the things you see on the right. It might be a 90s live series card, champion chase card, a vault card, a headliner, stubs, all of that stuff. I believe even XP is in there. I don't know if it is this year, but it was, I believe, last year. You get additional XP from stuff there as well. So all of that being said, those are going to be what you get, and you have, at least from the recording of this, 81 days to get it. So you got over 2.5-ish months to get all of this complete and get all 3 of the bosses. I'm going to do other videos that kind of teach you how to do not gameplay XP hacks, but definitely easier ways of getting the gameplay XP than, let's say, going online and trying to hit home runs. You can do stuff in mini seasons and get a ton of home runs on certain parks and all that stuff. That's going to net you way more XP doing that than it will be going into ranked and playing live players. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, feel free to hit that red subscribe button as we are pushing to the 2,000 sub mark. The channel, took off when I did MLB last year, kind of cooled off having a kid and everything, but we're back at it again this year. So I'd really appreciate your guys' support. Make sure you guys comment down below if you have any questions, as I read every single comment on every single video, and I will do my best to answer as quickly as possible. Until next time, Slacker out.